Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently cleaning up the Interstellar Ishni Compact and the Slurpanor Foundation, and that is well and truly underway. Let me just minimize the civilian ships here because we don't care about those. Nobody, it looks like, needs orders right now, but that's fine. We're just going to cruise our way through here and just take as much as we can before the Bilnock decide to put an end to this, which they could do at theoretically any time. We lost administrative control to the Lilla Robius, that's fine.
Enemy station.
Whatever. No big concerns there. So the second fleet finished up here, although they need to finish off Egrar. I'm not sure why they weren't doing that.
Conquered.
The fifth fleet is a thing that exists, and should not. I don't know where they go, but it's honestly easier for us to just rebuild it. So that's fine. Let's get all of this area cleaned up and then head into Landine. Uh-huh. Come on. Come take this station. There you go. Fantastic. So we're going to head up to Almach. Let's see. I'm just thinking about the direction that we take here. Like the path that we take. It's a little bit awkward, isn't it? Because we could go up this direction. Like so. And I think that's kind of our best bet, but any way we slice it, we're going to be doing basically a full circuit here. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a little awkward. But we'll just do something kind of like that. Okay, there we go. So that should do just fine. This army is not doing anything. So, they're in Avacania right now. We're going to have them come up over and land here. Excellent. Now, we're not going to take over Ishtari until the very, very end. So that'll be fine. The question is, do we think that we can get this done this episode? I don't know. Maybe. It's starting to get kind of close. You should know by now, though, because if we do get this done this episode, it should say conclusion in the title, because this is the last thing that we need to take over for complete galaxy hegemony, right? So that's completely fine.
Colony conquered.
Excellent. There's another colony under our control. And we will head over next, I think, to Turin. We'll go ahead and land there. Looks reasonably fine. Yeah, we'll just clean up some of these Slurpanor planets. Fantastic. And yeah, I do see that we're pretty negative on our resources over here. No, I don't really care. It's not all that relevant to us. We're going to go take Rixakar's Maw.
Station under attack.
Where? In Strebor. Okay, I don't really care too much about that. That's fine. They can do that all they want.
Deploying liberation
So the fifth fleet, I believe, was just supposed to head up to Rixakar's Maw. Were they not? I guess there's multiple fleets there. Cool. So these guys are done in this area, and we can tell them to make their way up over to Lake Ebenar. It'll take them a long, long time to get there, but that's fine. Cool. We should pretty easily win this fight, in theory.
Colony conquered.
Excellent, and there's another colony. We did lose administrative control, but that's fine. And now we're going to head on over here. Cool. So after we're done in Duraskadin, we're going to head into Saradin. We're leaving Ishtari for the moment. So that'll be fine. The Ishni are basically eliminated. Like, almost entirely at this point. What is this path that they're taking? I feel like I didn't order this.
Conquered.
I feel like I told them to come here and then come here. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But we'll see. The first fleet, I don't know why I said we'll see. It doesn't matter. We're going to head down to Ejok with the first fleet. Looks good to me. And Rixakar's Maw will fall shortly. So that will be absolutely great. These guys are heading to Landine. Yes, that looks fine. We'll reinforce these ships. Oh my, that's very laggy. Okay. Fantastic. Gotta love late game Stellaris. This army is not doing anything right now. So we're going to come on in and land on Stillhaven. Looks good.
Deploying Liberation Forces.
So the Slurpanor are definitely getting carved down. The Ishni are very close to gone. And yeah, this'll fall eventually. So that's completely fine. I just hope that we don't status quo. Not while this nonsense is going on. That'd be awkward, but we would win a lot of ground from that. So it's probably reasonably okay.
Spaceport under attack.
Okay, all of these
Spaceport
Federation
under
ships
attack.
are supposed to go into the Federation fleet. That's very clear. The question is, why didn't they? Because that fleet is currently in battle, I guess. Well, it'll finish up soon. In theory. Yeah, that's this fleet here. It's still fighting. But it should be done very shortly. The 5th Deep Fleet is not very threatening. Okay, there we go. So we can now get all of these guys into the 7th. Fantastic. And there are a few more that popped in during that time. So we can grab the 39th, the 64th, the 80th, the 65th, the 81st, the 78th, the 79th, the 73rd, and the 82nd. All of those go into the 7th. Beautiful. Now, the 22nd can head up here. Honestly, the 5th could go with. While the 7th cleans up Taramda. There we go. The 9th is out over this way, and that's great. We can head into Bingwin. Okay, looks good.
Colony conquered.
And there's another colony under our control. So we're going to head into Yurgsafand next. Fantastic. And then again, we're going to head up to Saradin, is the plan. So that will be fine. No problem whatsoever there. The 6th Fleet requires
Engaging
orders.
enemy fleet.
It will head into Ablopis. And we've got these two as well. Exciting. We'll get them started heading out over towards the 7th. Merge? There we go. Cool. And we can continue to reinforce all of our
Deploying
fleets here.
Liberation Forces.
Cool. So we've just about got the Slurpanor cut back in half. We'll get there. And we do have low stability on a few of our newer planets. That's not shocking, and I'm not too concerned about it, to be honest. It'll be fine. Okay, so these guys just finished up their invasion. We're going to go land on Coral Keep. Perfect. There's also Epsilon Indy down over here. Actually, let's go land there first before I forget about it. We'll land on Floating Island, and then we'll head up this direction. That seems like that makes more pathing sense to me. So that'll be fine. How are things looking over here? We're working on it. Cool. The 28th needs to merge with the 7th, of course. And the 7th is going to make its way up over this direction. And just clear out a bunch of these stations. Cool. So there we go, the 5th and the 22nd. The 5th can go to Firum, and then the 22nd can go down to Tregium. And the 3rd requires orders as well. Its orders are to go hit the Slurpanor capital, which we happen to be right next to, which is great. So that will be absolutely fine. How many Slurpanor planets are there? There's quite a number, that's for sure. And this system didn't get grabbed. Okay, we missed that one, but we're gonna backtrack for it at some point. That's for sure. We'll probably... I'm thinking about sending this force for it. I don't know. We don't have a lot over here, but we do have the
Colony
9th.
conquered.
So that's the thing. Transport Fleet 45 has finished up in Durasgadden and will head to Saradin. Beautiful. The 9th is going to finish up over here, and we've now officially cut the Slurpanor in half. For now, anyway. Even if it's not, like, visual on the map, it is, in fact, cut in half. So that's great. The 6th requires orders, and it will head over to Kimithar, Astrikian, and then back to Strebor. And then from there to Azix. We've just about got the Slurpanor knocked out of the war. So that's great. We're heading up this way. Cool. So we're going to head down to Rule and Almach after that. The 99th, I don't know where this is intended to go. We'll get rid of it. The 1st is going to head down and start to clear out some of this stuff over this way. I'm noting this system over here and wondering maybe the 22nd should just jump drive to it. Honestly, I think that's fine. Energy credits from jobs finished up, and we should grab, like, energy weapon damage. Doesn't really matter all that much, though, so this will be fine. Cool. We are, of course, winning a lot of battles. And it looks like the Bilnok aren't particularly interested in declaring peace here, which is good. We very much like that. The longer this goes, the more likely it is that this war will end the game. And with the amount of late game lag we've got going on, we're okay with that. We're pretty okay with this game ending. Yep, we've connected our capital to the Slurpanor capital. Hilarious. And at this point, we definitely want to start making our way over this direction-ish. Although I think we're better off hitting Trinaka first. And then coming out here like so. There we go. The 5th fleet requires orders, and there's kind of not really anything for it to hit here. Let's just jump drive it on over. That'll be fine. Did we garrison here? We garrisoned here.
Deploying liberation forces.
That was not necessarily intended, but not unexpected. So we're going to head down over to Floating Island and land there. I feel like we're already there. We're already there. Okay, we're going to head up this way. We may or may not get there in time to join in on this attack. Okay, they're attacking there. They're definitely going to win it. So we don't need to go here either. We're just going to jump drive up to Ekavira then. And we'll land on Safe Harbor. Cool. That'll be absolutely fine. On Floating Island, we have just about taken it over. And there we go. It's now under our control. Or, yeah, that is under our control. Fantastic. Is this within jump drive range? It is. So we're going to go there and then head up to Landine. Cool. The 22nd requires orders. It's done over here. We can send it over to, like, Tierg. I don't know if that'll actually be useful or not. By the time it gets there, we'll see. We will see. The Slurpanor are very nearly eliminated. Yeah, the 6th are heading up that way. That all looks good. The 1st fleet is going to head to Crimdor and then into Mufrid. And then the 5th are going to head down into Tierg. That all looks great.
Deploying liberation
As far as this over here goes, we are making definite progress. No doubt about that one. Binder will fall shortly. And that's great. We'll get all of that back, in theory. Emphasis on in theory.
Deploying liberation forces.
Okay, we've got a lot of fleets flying around right now. Let's go ahead and reinforce again. And this is all looking good. Safe Harbor, yeah, that's fine. We're almost done in Safe Harbor. All of our fleets were just in Ekavira. That's kind of wild. Okay. So, there's 2 Ekaviras. That makes more sense. Got it. Okay, we're going to head to Ablopis here and land on a Glowing K. Cool. So this is pretty thoroughly under control, right? There's very little that the Slurpanor can do against us. There we go. pretty soon, all that's going to be left is planets to invade. We're not quite at that point yet. The first fleet requires orders, and it can head down to Mufrid, since it's right here. There we go. And we do have this battle going on in Tirg. Not that we expect to lose it in any meaningful way. Cool.
Deploying liberation forces.
And these guys can head down to Almach, take that back, and then all we need to do is land on Tiersonia, although I'm hoping that this army is planning to do that. We'll see if that ends up happening or not. That would be great if they did. Okay, the 9th Fleet requires orders, and its orders are to head up like here to eliminate this army. That's not necessary. We're going to just head over to Uperfarvis. That'll be fine.
Colony conquered.
Okay, so we just got Landine. From here, we'll head to Strebor and land on Heavy Anchor. Okay. That'll do for now. We're almost done in Saradin. And we'll head over to here at this point. We'll just jump drive it over. And we'll land on Yurg Sahud. That'll be fine. Because, yeah, the Slurpanor are super dealt with, right? There's not much for them to do at this point. Okay, we're going to head down here. And the 5th, we'll head up to I Played. And, yeah, there's basically nothing over this way. So we've got this pretty much done. We're not quite there yet. Definitely want to come back here. And I do see this fleet in Astrikian, which isn't necessarily great. But yeah, that can get all cleaned up. And then from there, we can head down over this way. Cool. So the 2nd requires orders. And at this point, did they land here? Yes, they did. But only on one of them. Okay, so the 2nd isn't required anywhere, really. Let's just send the 2nd back to Shukan. Like, we really don't need them anywhere. So it's all good. The 21st is a Titan. I have no idea where this goes. I hate to disband a Titan, but it is easier. So we'll do that. And I really don't care about the alloys. We probably already queued it up at some point anyway. Okay. I may have just re-queued it. Hard to say. The 6th Fleet requires orders, and its orders are to head to Astrikian and hopefully catch this fleet. That's the idea. We'll see how realistic that is. Is that fleet currently moving? No, they're just kind of chilling. No, they are moving now. They're heading down to Kimithar.
Liberation forces.
Well, we'll head down there as well. The 5th Fleet has finished up in I Played, and there's really not anything else for them to do. There really, really isn't. We don't have jump drives available. I'm just going to tell them, head on back to Shukan. Cool. Everything else here is fairly dealt with. We just don't need to do anything else at this point with our fleets. Mostly.
Colony conquered.
There's a Slurpanor fleet attacking through this wormhole. And we'll eliminate their station here. And then we'll hop through the wormhole and take out that fleet. Okay. So we'll just hop over to Strubius. They did win that, but at what cost is the question. Because now their fleet is trapped over here. We're going to head over there ourselves. The 4th Fleet is in Ebenar, and there's not really anything for it to do in Ebenar. We're going to take it to Shukan. Cool. We do have 2 armies not doing anything, and that's a problem. We'll of course land on Drifting Isle. And then these guys will land on Glowing K. Which I thought we told them to do previously, but sure. So we're going to jump down over here, and we should catch this force, so that'll be great. And these guys are still attacking over here, huh? Interesting.
Deploying liberation forces.
Definitely would have expected them to be done with that by now. But here we go in Distrubius. We'll take a few losses here, but we should easily win this. This is their primary remaining ship, or rather fleet. Their primary remaining fleet. We're going to jump in here in 10 days.
Colony conquered.
Okay. So we're going to take these guys. I would jump drive if we could. I don't like this directionality. But we'll do it.
Colony conquered.
Where did this fleet go? They jump drived somewhere. Or were disbanded, maybe? I don't know. They vanished. Interesting.
Technology discovered.
So this is now done. And looking at that, yeah, we don't need the 6th Fleet anymore. So we can take the 6th Fleet back to Shukon. Technologies have been discovered, of course, and we will go for army damage. And how about kinetic weapon attack speed? Sure. That'll all be fine. Cool. Lots of things going on, naturally. And we're just going to finish off this last remaining bastion here, including taking out their Colossus, which I didn't realize the Slurpanor had a Colossus, but sure. Cool. These guys can now head up to the Slurpanor capital, which is under attack by a force that retreated. I think it was these guys. So that's fine. We can head on back to Shukon here as well. Most of our forces are no longer necessary. The 22nd, heading back to Shukon. The 1st, heading back to Shukon. Cool. This transport fleet requires orders, and its orders are to head up to Hojum, and then we're going to land on Stillhaven. Excellent. We do still have a few Slurpanor systems to take over, but we're working on it. Actually, the 9th should not head back there. The 9th should head up over here and just make sure that this is all taken over. There we go. A little over-eager to end this war, I think. But it's all good. So naturally, the Slurpanor are just going to get completely wrecked here.
Colony conquered.
There's no doubt about that. Okay, so we finished off in Barbin. At this point, I'm going to start these guys moving back to Ishtari. It'll take them a very long time to get there. But we need to start heading back that way. Did we not attack here? I feel like we did. I don't know. Maybe we didn't. No, that was up over here. Not in Mufrid. Got it. Well, we can do some jump driving. It's no big deal. So the 3rd Fleet is just going to chill in the Slurpanor capital. I think that's fine. No real problem there, and at this point, we just need to do some cleanup. However, I do think it's pretty clear
Colony conquered.
that we're not quite going to be finishing this off in this episode. We're going to get as far as we can, but it will definitely be a next episode thing where we end this series. So that is fine. We'll jump drive on over to Glois and get that done. And we've just about got everything at this point.
Deploying liberation forces.
So the question is, how long will it take us to get all of these invasions done? So we know that we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 systems. That's definitely doable in the next episode. I think that's very clear. So that's good. We're making solid progress on this, but it is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we are going to finish this off once and for all. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods. Oh yes, we definitely extend our deal. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments,
Deploying
subscribes,
liberation
and bell
forces.
ringings, and next episode, we are going to conquer the galaxy. And a very special thank you, that was an awkward transition, but nevertheless, a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Kazaral, JJ Gamer, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, Atala, Yezgram, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.